Hey beautiful people, I'm Sharon, also known as Mrs. Q. Welcome back and welcome if this is your first time to my channel. Thank you so much for being here and for your continued support. Today's video was one that I've been meaning to do for a little while. It was very important that I do this video as a reminder to myself and also just to check that the resolution I made last year not to buy any more black bags is still relevant and one that I think I'll be able to stick to. It's also to have a look and see what black bags I have and also just how much use I've had out of them and if I will actually be keeping them going forward. This is very much going to be a show and tell video, so you know what, get comfortable, go get a snack, get a drink, and let's get straight on to the first bag, which I think let's start with a much loved, very well used Longchamp Le Pliage. I do have it folded up. It's easier to store it this way, but it does unfold for those of you who are familiar with the Le Pliage. It holds a ton of stuff in it. This one's really quite old and it does have some frayed corners, but this just goes to show how well and how much this works for me, how much I carry it, and it is such a great convenient bag. You can just slip it into any other bigger bag of yours when you're out and about. It's so convenient for maybe if you decide to go shopping. I think one thing that I have been experiencing when I've been out now that it's got a bit cold is a lot of places don't seem to have cloakrooms anymore, so it's very convenient for when you take your coat off and you can just pop it in this bag and put it on the floor without your jacket or your coat getting dirty. Absolutely love this bag, and I do have it in the beige color as well. If you've watched one of my previous videos about my summer bags, you will have seen it in the beige color. But yes, this is a definite keeper, works really hard and I absolutely love it, though I think with how much wear it has, I will probably be thinking about getting a new one at some point. But you know me, trying to be a smart money woman, I'm absolutely not going to buy at full price. So when they do go on sale, like real sale, not just like a measly 10, 15 or even 20% off, I'm looking for 50% and above before I get a new one. As I say, I do have two that work very hard for me. Things are not falling out of them, so until they do, or until I find one at a really good price and I'm happy to pay, I will continue using this little baby. A lot of my bags are pre-loved, so on to the next one that I absolutely adore, and I honestly wish I had a very heartfelt story to tell about this bag. You know, the one to say that, oh, you know, it was my mama's first bag or that my gogo gave it to me. But you know what, I don't have a story like that. My story for this bag is that I stumbled upon it in a charity shop and I absolutely loved it. This reminds me of the Chanel tote. I love the quilting on it and the beautiful gold and leather strap, which is very much in the Chanel style. It's got the quilting. It's very plain, very simple. It holds a ton of stuff in it. I can fit my tablet in here. I can fit a pair of shoes, a scarf, snacks, water. It works so hard for me. I love this little tassel on the side. And like I say, it is just a little nod to the Chanel tote bag. Absolutely love this one and get a lot of wear out of it. I will definitely be keeping this one for now anyway. Maybe one day when I can afford the Chanel tote, I will have to get rid of probably my whole bag collection to justify that. That was bag number 2. Love, love, love. This next bag is also another nod to Chanel, and it is this drawstring rucksack. Now, this I love. It was bought pre-loved on eBay and it's from a company called Rabeanco. Absolutely adore this. It's got a hard kind of case base at the bottom, and then it's got the quilted leather and a drawstring. The leather is so soft. I think it even still smells of leather even though it was secondhand. A very practical bag, and a very decent nod, I think, to the Chanel drawstring quilted bag. Now, it's very clear that I do like the Chanel style with the leather and chain strap and the quilting and in leather. So I have been droning on and on and on about wanting a real Chanel flat bag, and I actually almost did buy one back in 2022. You know, it was pre-loved. I even went and had a look at it. I touched it, I tried it, and it was absolutely beautiful. But the truth of the matter is I just couldn't justify spending that amount of money on it. So instead, when we went to Turkey in 2022, later that same year, I decided to buy a very good quality Chanel flat bag just to see how much use I would get out of it. And so I got this one, which I think, looking up close, it really is a very good replica. The quilting is very puffed out because it is new. I think it does the job really, really well. Very nicely made. This is leather and it has the silver hardware. And the fact as well, one of the reasons as well why I didn't want to go into buying a real Chanel bag just yet was because I couldn't decide whether I wanted it in the absolute classic gold hardware or in silver. I feel like I would have wanted it in the gold hardware because that was the absolute classic. But again, my issue, I don't know why, because I actually can't afford a Chanel bag, even, you know, a new one or a pre-loved one, was because I think before 2008, the hardware was actually 24 karat gold plated. And I think there's just something about having one of those real original classic flat bags, but they are so expensive right now. I think they are probably ranging around five, maybe even £6,000, depending on the size that you get. So for now, and again, depending on how much wear I actually do get out of this bag, this one from Turkey will have to do. It does have the beautiful burgundy interior, the stamping on it. I don't know why they bother putting these I don't know what you would call it, like a hallmark or what on it, because they're obviously fakes, but I guess, you know, they're real genuine fakes. I'm not going to go too far and show you what's in my bag. I've got some stuff in there that I left in there after the last time I carried it. But yeah, absolutely love this bag, carry it very proudly, and I do get a lot of use out of it. It's definitely a keeper for 2024, and I will keep it until such time when I do actually get a genuine Chanel handbag. Staying on the designer part of my black bag collection, next up is this one. Oh my god, I can't tell you how much I love this bag. This is actually from Russell and Bromley, and I believe this is their take on the Christian Dior lady bag. This bag is spectacular. I don't know how I came across it. I think I must have just been scrolling the internet, and I came across this and I couldn't believe it, and I was really bad and I bought 6 of them. It's got the leather croc. It even has a charm, obviously a Russell and Bromley one, but the hardware is very, very similar to the one on the Christian Dior lady bag. For a vintage bag, it is in excellent condition. The handles are still quite sturdy. I mean, they've probably seen better days, as has the bag, but since I got it, I do carry it quite a lot. One thing that Russell and Bromley do is excellent replicas of a lot of designer bags. I do have of these 6 Russell and Bromley lady bags, I do have another black one. I'll actually show you that one now before I get on to the next one, which is a replica of another very popular beautiful bag. But this is the lady bag in a smaller version. It's just a black satin one with these little tassels. This one I don't think, it didn't come with the same charm as this one. It came with a tassel, and as you can see the difference in size. I think this would be great for an evening out with an evening dress. Very, very Lady Diana. I think this one was actually called the To Die For bag, and I love it. If I find it in other colors, I will definitely be buying it again. Love it, love it, love it, and it's an absolute keeper. Staying with Russell and Bromley, and I had mentioned that they are an absolute master of replicas, and this one, compared to the lady bag, I don't know, it is a very strong contender to being my absolute favorite, and it is, oops, this one here. If you recognize it, this is the replica of the Fendi baguette. For all of you 90s girls like me, you will have seen carrying this in Sex and the City. I think this is a beautiful, beautiful, very well made bag. It has pony hair at the top on the flap of it, and then the rest of it is leather, and the hardware has seen better times. It is a bit scratched up, but I think it was originally that dark gray kind of pewter color. I do quite like that it's not silver or gold, because it means essentially it is just a plain black bag, and I don't have to worry about mixing metals. I don't know why. I think sometimes I can be a little bit OCD about mixing silver and gold, but this is pewter hardware, so I can wear it with either. I think this is really pretty. It is also, I believe, vintage, so it is a bit misshapen. You can see that there, but most of the original baguettes anyway, I think they did actually celebrate being 25 years old last year or the year before. I think it probably was last year that it celebrated 25 years since it first was released in 1998. They have since re-released it, but yeah, any old Fendi baguette that you're gonna get, and any replica that was made around the same time, this one is from Russell and Bromley, is going to be in a little bit of a need of TLC or look a bit worn. But this, for how old it is very, very good condition. The corners are not worn. Whoever had this before I did kept it really, really well. The most amount of wear on it is showing here on this buckle, which is also very Fendi like. I think if you're not looking too hard, you could actually think that this is a Fendi baguette. I don't believe Fendi made one with pony hair and leather. Don't quote me on that, I could be wrong. The ones that I have seen though are all full pony hair or full leather, but I like this one for the contrast. The next two I'm going to show you, them together because I bought them together to match each other, and I'm not entirely sure if I love them anymore, but they are very practical, very convenient, and I do use them a lot. So it is this Coach Bennett bag. I think it's a satchel, and it does have a detachable strap, so you can wear it crossbody, and it does have the matching wristlet. Now this is the double zip corner wristlet. It does carry quite a lot in it, and again, I like that the logo on it isn't too loud. It's also got gold hardware and just a wristlet to slip your hand in. This is just easy to decant my cards into, my phone, lip gloss, you know, those sorts of things. I now have a folding hairbrush which can fit into here as well. Yeah, just your few essentials and bits and pieces fit really well into this. Both of these were, I suppose, an impulsive buy, or one of those buys where you think to yourself, oh, I'm getting a real deal, but really, are you? I bought these in the outlet when we were in America in 2019, and you know what the outlets are like in America. They're already discounted, and if you maybe sign up or if you spend a certain amount of money, you get that extra percentage off. So yeah, I bought these two. Don't know if they were a bargain or not, or I was just drawn in by the outlet prices, but yeah, if I don't get too much more use, especially out of the bag this year, I will be getting rid of it. But the clutch or wristlet is a very handy and convenient thing to have. It's bigger than the original wristlets that they do, which were only with the one zip, and I think they probably were about to here and a bit smaller as well. So there are the two black coach bags. Wow, it is shocking how many black bags I have. I don't think I've ever pulled them all out and lined them all up to actually look and take stock just how many that I had. I think I made the resolution not to buy any more black bags, really not knowing just how many I had. So I think it was a good resolution to make. I think it's still very relevant. Yeah. We're almost to the end of how many black bags that I have. So the next one is this barrel bag from Gucci. Now this one, I again got it pre-loved. This one is the Tom Ford Gucci barrel bag. It is quite highly sought after, and it does retail even pre-loved for quite a lot. I like this bag, and I'm not sure I did well. I don't where do I even start with this bag? You know, I made the resolution not to buy any more black bags, but when I saw this one and for the price that I saw it for, I thought, yeah, why not? So I broke that resolution of not buying any more black bags by buying this one, but I had to have it. It's not in the greatest condition. As you can see, it has lost a lot of shape. It has seen better days. The metalware though is in very good condition. It's got a bit of folding or curling up here, and as I say, it's a bit battered. Definitely seen better days. There's a lot of edging missing on it, but in general it is in pretty decent condition. No cracking on the leather, very few scratches on the hardware, and I got it for a great price. Now the thing with this bag is it also qualifies probably as one of the worst purchases of mine of 2024. It's the worst purchase of 2024 until I send it to the handbag clinic to be restored. It is desperately in need of restoration. Otherwise it's in that kind of condition where it's just an old beat up designer bag. Definitely one of the worst buys of 2023. Reason that I bought it is because I have the same bag in cream. This is it here, and it is absolutely dreamy. I love this bag, but look at the condition that it's in. It is in fantastic condition in comparison. See, look at that. She has been loved, but not enough. She is a beauty. Look at them. I think I definitely need to send this to the handbag clinic ASAP because I want to be in love with this bag and I want to get use out of it. And more than anything, I want to get my money's worth out of it. So since I bought it, I actually haven't carried it. So yeah, off to the handbag clinic with you. My next black bag is another pre-loved Gucci bag, which is in a way better condition than the last one I showed you. And it is this square Jackie bag. I think it's called a square Jackie bag, but it is from the Jackie collection. All the trimmings on it, the style of it, this detail and the buckle on the front are all very similar to the more popular other shaped Jackie bag. It's got the two top handles. It's a very simple bag, suede and leather with silver hardware, and it's got the Gucci logo stamped. Can you see that? It's not very clear, but it does have the Gucci logo stamped on the clasp. That just clips open like that. I think this is quite a rare bag, very rare find. I'm so pleased with all the rare finds that I keep coming across online. I think when I'm hunting, when I'm doing my online shopping, it's kind of like, you know how people play their little games on their phones and their tablets and iPads and whatnot. For me, shopping and hunting out bargains is my game, and finding something as beautiful as this is a clear and absolute win for me. I'm quite liking these top handle, top carry bags. It is very similar, I guess, to the Russell and Bromley one. So yeah, I think there's a pattern developing in my taste here. On to the last bag, which is, I absolutely adore it. It is another pre-loved bag, and I think this style of bag is referred to as, I've seen it referred to as le petit sac or sac chainmail. Very French. I don't speak French, so I hope I pronounced that correctly, but I love this bag. It is a teeny tiny little bag that probably only fits my mobile phone in it, my cards, my keys, a lipstick or a lip gloss. Yeah, I think this will have just bare essentials in it, but it is such a cute bag. I've had it for ages, and I've probably carried it about 4 or 5 times. It's just that sweet, elegant little bag. The style, I believe, is very Victorian or Edwardian, very vintage. It is from Debenham, so I don't think it's 100% vintage, but it has that kind of vintage look to it. My only issue with this bag is when I carry it, it's got this chain strap, and my hair keeps getting caught in it every single time I wear it, so quite annoying. So generally when I carry it, I do carry it like this if I can. When I start dancing though, everything goes out the window. But I absolutely love this bag. It is another pre-loved find. Didn't cost me much. I don't think they cost too much unless it is a real vintage nowadays, but I absolutely love this bag, and it is a keeper for 2024. So that's a pretty extensive collection of black bags. I think that was 12 in total. Do you know what? I had one more to show you. It's the only navy blue bag that I have. It's dark enough, I suppose, to fall into my black collection. This is pre-loved, vintage as well. It's from a back in the day company called Dolci's. I don't know if they still exist. It has the name Alice inside it. Well, that's the style of the bag, is called Alice. It didn't belong to Alice. I think I have seen this in a magazine quite recently, a very similar style of bag. I've had this one for, I'm gonna say, about 5 or 6 years. Very popular style at the moment, I think. It's held up very well, but there is some slight tarnishing to the hardware here. I think it probably just needs a bit of a clean and maybe a bit of a polish to stop any further, is that called oxidation? When it starts turning green? Yeah, but yes. Enough of the science. This is the last bag that I had completely forgotten about that I wanted to show you. It is navy blue, but as I say, it does fit into the black section of my bags because I don't have any other navy blue ones, and it's just a very nice, cute little bag. Thank you so much for staying with me to the end. I really do hope you enjoyed this video. Please do feel free to subscribe, share, like, and comment, and I will see you in my next video.